go where I want and I do what I want. My belt match the kicks, don't you go burn 'em.
Empty to the G, man. Who you think it gonna be? And I'm back with the best reaction channel on YouTube that wouldn't be possible without YouTube. Now, the title of this video is going to be my first and only escape charge from police custody. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're one of my day ones, drop a like and leave a comment like you always do. Now, without wasting any time, let's get into it. All right, I was living in San Jose, California at the time. And I want to say that I was between the ages of 22 and 23. Now, I used to work at this CVS located next to the Valley Fair Mall in San Jose on the West. Everybody knows where it is if you guys are familiar, on Stevens Creek. Now, let's be real. At that age, at that time, I was not into working. I was not into being an employee. I wasn't a big fan of my life. I was still doing stupid street-ish activities, and it wasn't good. It was dumb. Like, I didn't keep my job long. I was living with my girlfriend at the time up the street, and she worked at the mall. Our relationship was toxic already. I want to say probably because it was 90% me with the toxicity levels. But yeah, that's just the little premise. So I actually got fired from my CVS job. Obviously, I did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got fired. I was always late. I'm smoking. Not cigarettes. I'm smoking big, you know what I mean, marijuana. And I'm not good at my job. Like, who wants to work at CVS? Like, I wasn't doing nothing. Matter of fact, I think I was stealing from there too at the same time. I think I was stealing bottles. Like, that's the only reason I worked there. Because I would steal. Yeah, that's what it was. I used to commit. Yeah, I mean, statute of limitations is up for that. I would steal bottles from there and then go to the hood and sell them for a little lower. Like, you know what I mean? I was the bottle dude. So anyway, they suspected I was stealing, but they didn't have actual proof because the way I was doing it, you know what I mean? I didn't provide them any proof. Now, I thought it was interesting how they actually brought the police when I came to work one day. They said, "Hey, you're being terminated from this job, this employment. Now, just tell us how you did it and what you did, and we can get you out of here." And me not really having that much prison or jail experience, even I had a red flag from that. I was like, no way. I was like, I don't even know what y'all talking about. Like, do you have me on camera doing this? If you guys don't have me on camera, I'm just going to say I didn't do it and y'all just firing me. The officers were upset about that. So, but they couldn't do anything except but be upset because technically I found a little loophole. If I don't admit to a crime, how do you arrest me for a crime? They couldn't. So I got fired and I left and they left and I went home. Now I want to fast forward to about, let's say about 3 weeks later. Now I happened to having to pick up my girlfriend at the time from work. She worked across the street. And I stopped into CVS to go ahead and get myself something to drink, a snack. I don't know why I felt like I wasn't even embarrassed to go back in that store. I didn't care. I didn't have no shame in my game at 22. That's why they always say the youth is wasted on the young. So anyway, I walk in there. They have a new employee who works there. And I was not adverse to cheating back then. So as soon as I seen her, I pushed up on her like Pepe Le Pew. I was like, hey, what's happening with it? Hey, yo, check it out. On some Johnny Bravo-ish. I was like, hey, what's happening? My name, woo, 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 woo. Hey, I'm from over there. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, what's happening? Like, and she was vibing. She was like, yo, I can't be talking right now, though. But like, here's my number. I get off at like 7. Like, you can come back, slide around and get me. I was like, what? Say less. I get the number. She walk off. I go purchase my chips. Now, as soon as I get to the register, there's nobody at the register. It's just a woman's pocketbook and me with my dishonest ass. So I'm like this with it. Like, I'm looking to see if anybody around. Nobody around. Which I also have to remind people that when you're stealing in stores, don't look around. Look up. Cameras, glass mirrors, things like that. You know what I mean? Like, but I wasn't that smart, obviously. If I'm out here stealing pocketbooks, I'm not that smart. So anyway, I just put them in there real quick. You feel me? Tucky J. So then I pay for my chips and I leave. Now, this is how you know that I was a full member of the Stupid Society. because I left, opened up the pocketbook, threw the cards in the purse away, whatever, took all the cash, boom, put it in my pocket, called my girlfriend at the time, and she's like, I'm not getting off till 10:30, maybe 11. I said, bet, because I got a date at 7. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't tell her, but that's what I'm thinking in my mind. So, like an idiot, I go back to the scene of the crime at like 6:50. So as soon as I walk in the door, right, I don't know how to read a room for nothing. As soon as I walk in the room, as soon as I walk in the store, the CVS, I'm like, what up? Like, hey, what's up? I'm saying what's up to old employees I used to work with that were helping me steal from the establishment. And then I see the chick I was supposed to pick up, and she like this. I'm like, what's the word? Like I'm him still. Like, what's going on? So before I even get there, the manager who actually fired me some months back stops right in front, cuts us both off. Boop. Hey, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I was like, nah, last time you talked to me for a second, I ended up being arrested by the police. I'm gonna turn around. When I turned around, the police were coming in. I was like, yo, how did that even be a thing? Like, so apparently, like an idiot, of course, they have cameras. So when the woman realized she left her, I think it was an older lady too, which makes it even worse. And it turns out she worked for the older lady. They told me after I got arrested, she actually worked for the probation department. So when she got her pocketbook taken, immediately she calls the police, and they do a video check of the register and everything like that, and see me with my stupid self. So, and then here I am, returned to the scene of the crime just 3 hours later. So, like an idiot, they're just like, bro, like, well, what are they gonna say? They're like, hey man, look, just go on, cuff up, bro. Just turn around, just go on, cuff up. I'm like, bro, like, what the hell? They were like, bro, you know what you did. You're on camera, blah blah blah. Cuff up. I'm like, that's crazy. All right, so that's it. I'm getting arrested. So I go to the car. Well, not by choice. They're taking me, and I'm going, and I'm not talking about, oh, I got a kid at home. You can't take me to jail. I got a girlfriend. Like, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm ready to just go do my time because they got me dead bang. So they sit me in the back seat. Bam. They leave the door of the vehicle open just this much because I tell them it's hot. I got a sweater. I can't breathe. And they say, okay, don't even trip. I'm young. Like, you know what I mean? They don't, I ain't got no record like that. They're like, well, we ain't tripping. So they're talking to each other, two officers that came. There's one vehicle in front of the store. There's another vehicle facing that vehicle. So they're facing each other. And I'm in the far right, far back one. Excuse me. Now, they were talking to each other by the front passenger side door on the outside of the vehicles. And then by sheer luck or coincidence, the manager says something to them. They turn around, both of them, and begin to talk. And I'm sitting there back of the car handcuffed, and I just do it again. Look, and then look. And I said, yo, I used to run track. Like, I'm very fast. I'm like, yo, if I could find a way. And remember, I lived up the street. And if you remember my previous stories, I just beat them on trying to run from them before. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? I'm weighing my options very quickly, at the speed of thought, even, if you will. And I say, you know what? Size up one officer. He a little skinny dude. Other officer, big and out of shape. I'm like, you know what? I think I got this. So I just do one of these. I lean on the other side where the door isn't. And I just, boom, I hit the door really hard and try to fall out into like a roll, like a barrel roll. So I hit my shoulder, boom, land on my back. When I get over here, right on my feet, boom, I'm like this, and I'm running. I'm running through the parking lot of the Westfield Mall in San Jose. I don't know. This is how you know I didn't think the plan all the way through, because I'm handcuffed. Usually when you're trying to run and get a good little stride, you can do little hand gestures, do little hand maneuvers, get you the momentum going. But when you're doing that, you're just doing this. I'm looking like an angry penguin. I'm looking like an angry penguin, just like, And then one of the other officers comes behind me and tries to trip me on the back of my back leg. I'm like, ha. I put my back leg up. I'm like, nope, gotta be smarter than that. Ha. But when I did that, the officer actually just grabbed my arms. He just bam. I actually caught the middle of the handcuffs, like, because I was like this when I tried to put my leg up. So he said, bam, he grabs that, yanks me down. I was like, yo, like, they gave me kind of grease, but I landed on my sweatshirt. I wasn't hurt. I was all right. And they walked me back to the car and they said, yo, you have to be the dumbest person I have ever met. You just escaped. I said, what do you mean I escaped? He said, no, that's an escape charge. I was like, what do you mean that's an escape charge? How I escape if the door ain't closed? Like, I'm still trying to figure that out. How am I escape if the door ain't closed? Because you said I was being detained while you were checking stuff out. They took me to jail. Point blank, period. They took me to jail for the petty theft, the shoplifting. I don't know how I got shoplifting when it wasn't their items. And I think it was a probation violation. And they gave me an escape charge. Now, I told that story because that escape charge would end up haunting me for the next 10 years going in and out of jail. Because when you are arrested, when they take you to the county jail, you have escape on your record, which means that you can't be housed regularly when you go to jail. You have to go to a special 3-day observational unit where you're in solitary. They put you in a green jumpsuit type ish. And that's because you're a flight risk. And that even hurts when you're trying to go for bail and things of that nature as well. So like I said, that charge right there followed me. And that charge right there from that stupid decision will come up in about 5 to 6 more stories along the process of our story times. I just want to tell that story because that was just nothing but sheer and utter hubris on a young person's mind. I thought I can get away. And let's be real, I only live 10 blocks up the street. I'm like, if I could just angry penguin my way, angry bird my way to the house. You guys know the people I was living near and around. Somebody got a blowtorch. Somebody gonna help me get these off. A hacksaw, Jim Duggan, they got something. So yeah, that was why I was stupid and got caught. And like I said, I think I was 22, and that ended up following me around for another 10 years of going to jails and institutions. But hey, if you made it this far, that means you put some paint where it ain't. And for that, you need to be thanked. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, put me in that algorithm because I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but
Fuck that little 10. I'm maxed out.